You blocked them. You deleted the photos. You finally started sleeping through the night again. And then, out of nowhere, a text. Maybe it says they miss you. Maybe it says they have been in therapy. Maybe it is just your name with a question mark, as if nothing ever happened. And suddenly, your hands are shaking. Your heart is pounding. Every cell in your body is screaming to respond. This is not a coincidence. This is not fate bringing you back together. This is a calculated maneuver with a name. It is called hoovering. Welcome to Predator Psychology, where we decode the minds that manipulate and arm the minds that heal. Today, I'm going to show you exactly why narcissists always come back, why your brain makes it so hard to ignore them, and most importantly, how to break the cycle for good. The term hoovering comes from the Hoover vacuum cleaner, and the metaphor is disturbingly accurate. A narcissist hoovers to suck you back in, drain your emotional resources, and repeat the process indefinitely. But here is what most people get wrong. They think the narcissist is coming back because they love you, because they realized what they lost, because they have finally changed. They have not. Hoovering is never about reconciliation. It is about supply. Narcissistic supply, the attention and emotional reactions they need to feel alive. When their current source runs dry, when a new relationship fails, when they simply feel empty, they return to former supplies who proved reliable in the past. You responded before. Your brain is already wired to respond again. That makes you valuable. One clinical psychologist put it bluntly, hoovering is only about the narcissist needing attention. It has nothing to do with feelings for you. Now here is where it gets disturbing. Hoovering is not random. It completes a cycle. You already know the first 3 stages. Idealization, when they love bombed you and made you feel like the center of the universe. Devaluation, when nothing you did was ever enough. Discard, when they abandoned you without warning. But there's a 4th stage nobody talks about, hoovering. And it is designed to restart the entire cycle from the beginning. The timing follows a pattern too, usually 2 weeks to 3 months after you go no contact. But narcissists have been known to resurface years, even decades later. They often reappear right when you're finally moving on, right when you post something happy on social media, right when they sense you no longer need them. That is not coincidence, that is strategy. The tactics range from subtle to aggressive. Love bombing returns, lavish gifts, romantic declarations, promises they have changed, they have been in therapy, they finally understand what they did wrong. But watch the language closely. A real apology names specific behaviors and takes full responsibility. A hoovering apology sounds like this. I'm sorry if you felt disrespected. I'm sorry I was not more tolerant of your sensitivity. The blame shifts back to you, even in the apology. When charm fails, they escalate. Fabricated emergencies, health scares, even threats of self-harm designed to force a response. They know crisis brings you running because you are empathetic. That is why they targeted you in the first place. But here's what you really need to understand. Why does it work? Why do intelligent, self-aware people fall for this again and again? Because your brain has been neurologically hijacked. Trauma bonding creates an attachment through cycles of pain and reward that defies logic. Intermittent reinforcement, the same psychology casinos use, makes unpredictable kindness more addictive than consistent love. Your brain releases more dopamine from their occasional warmth than it would from a partner who treats you well every day. When they reappear after no contact, your brain experiences a cascade. Dopamine surges like a gambling win. Oxytocin floods your system, pushing you toward reconnection. Cortisol fluctuates, creating relief that your brain associates with them rather than with healing. You feel hope, you feel alive, you feel like maybe this time will be different. That feeling is not love, that is withdrawal meeting its fix. So how do you break free? First, recognize the pattern. Genuine change involves full accountability for specific behaviors, demonstrated over time, with complete respect for your boundaries. Hoovering involves vague apologies, promises without action, and acting as if the past never happened. If they cannot name exactly what they did wrong without qualifiers, they have not changed. They have just learned new vocabulary. Second, no contact means no contact. Block every channel, phone, email, social media, the friends who pass along messages. Your brain cannot release attachment chemistry if it never receives the trigger. Every response, even an angry one, teaches them that persistence works. If no contact is impossible because you share children or work together, become boring. Short responses, no emotional reaction, no personal information. Give them nothing to feed on. When supply dries up, they move on to easier targets. And finally, understand that the craving will pass. Those neural pathways formed during the trauma bond do not disappear overnight, but they do weaken. Every day you do not respond, your brain rewires a little more. The urge that feels unbearable today will feel manageable in a month and forgettable in a year. The narcissist is not coming back because they love you. They are coming back because you were good supply. And the moment you stop being accessible, you stop being useful. That is when the hoovering stops. Here is the truth nobody tells you. They do not actually want you back. They want the version of you that had not figured them out yet. But that version is gone. You see the pattern now, and the pattern is the protection. Now you see it. If this shifted how you understand what happened to you, subscribe. There's more to unpack, and you deserve to understand all of it.